everyone, it's Miss Ha. Thank you for joining me for breathing and meditation. And most recently, we've been learning about our nervous system. Our nervous system is made up of some different structures, and they're really important. That includes our brain. Can you locate your brain? It's inside of our skull, protected by our skull, right? We have our spinal cord, and my spinal cord is connected to my brain, and it's the vertebrae that are stacked on top of each other, and inside of those vertebrae there is our spinal cord, which is a bundle of nerves. And we actually have nerves all over our body, everywhere. They help us feel, and they communicate with our brain through our spinal cord. And today, while we're breathing today, I want you to think about this important question. It's, what did you notice in your nervous system while you were breathing? And I've invited the breathing spirit guide to join us again, and he's really been thinking about the nervous system, and it's going to take us on a little journey in our brains and our minds. We're going to do a lot of visualizing today and noticing what we notice inside of our own bodies, just like we've been doing before. So I think he's here. I mean, I can never really see him physically. He's a spirit.
Hello?
Oh, welcome, breathing spirit guide. Thank you for joining us to be our guest lecturer on the nervous system.
Oh, thank you, Miss Ha. It's so nice to join you and the kids again. Hi, kids. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm so excited every time I get to join you and talk about my favorite thing in the world. Do you know what my favorite thing is, Miss Ha?
Breathing?
Yay!
Well, it's so wonderful to have an expert breathing advisor here.
Oh, thank you, Miss Ha. It's so nice to be here. And I was overhearing a little bit you talk about the nervous system. And I thought, oh my goodness, what a great way to explain how powerful the breath is along with our nervous system. Here's what I mean, Miss Ha. Do you know that you can have some kind of control over your nervous system with just your breath?
I can control my brain and my nerves and how I react to things with breathing?
It sure does help to have control over your breath with your nervous system response. Yes, it does. Here's what I mean, Miss Ha. Well, you know what? I just got an idea.
I love when we get ideas.
Want to go on a little magical journey in our mind, and I'll explain how the nervous system works with the breath as we go on an adventure?
I would love to, and I think the kids would like to go too. They know how to close their eyes and go somewhere else in their mind. So I'm just going to get ready by closing my eyelids already. I'm ready to adventure.
Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, kids, here we go. Everybody close their eyes. Now, with your eyes closed, first thing we do is bring awareness to our breath. So maybe we put our hands on our belly and our chest just so we make sure that we're connected. As we inhale, we feel our hands go out and fill up. As we exhale, we feel them come in and go down. Let's do a couple more breaths just to steady our brain. In our nervous system, we can notice right here, how do you feel with just these breaths right now? Do you feel calmer? Do you feel more relaxed? Okay, now we're going to use our mind and our imagination to access our nervous system so we can see just by our thoughts how they make our nervous system move in a different direction. So, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, when we breathe out of the nose, we calm. Let's all imagine that we're on a walk by ourselves and we're in a forest. There are trees all around us, and we can see the sun shining through them. As we start to walk, we feel underneath our feet the bare earth. We feel dirt and small rocks and sticks. And with each step, we hear them crinkling underneath us. How does that make us feel? Well, now, using our ears, which also can trigger our nervous system, we hear a little scurry over to our left. What is that? Because we heard it and our nervous system responded, we be still. And in our stillness we see it's a bunny. How do we feel that now we see it's a bunny and it doesn't cause us harm? Do we feel easier? Does our breathing become easier? Well, now the bunny looks directly at us. How does that make us feel? It notices us. Well, if we get a little startled by that, we can still go back to our breath. Take deep breaths in our nose and slow breaths out of our nose. And we can calm ourselves down, because when we calm ourselves down, we can make smarter decisions. Well, now we see the bunny. It smiles at us. And it kind of gives us a nod to, hey, follow me this way. So we feel good and we start to follow the bunny a little bit. So as we travel, we notice that the trees, the branches start to move with the wind. How does that make us feel? Is our breathing still calm as we keep adventuring on? Well, we continue to follow the bunny even though we don't know where we're going. We trust. And as we go further, we notice our breath is even more and more calm. That makes our nervous system calmer. And as we enter a nice big open area that the bunny leads us to, we see that there's a nice lake there. Oh, it looks so refreshing. Maybe we could jump in. Well, first we have to see, is it warm enough for us to jump in? So we walk up to it and we stick our foot in. How does that make us feel? Is it warm? Is it cold? Maybe the water's just right. So we notice when we feel that it's okay, we can exhale even more and calm our breath even more. Because as we relax and breathe nice and slowly, we know that we're in a place that's okay. So we decide to walk into the lake. Oh, it feels so nice. It washes over our body. Woo! How does that make our nervous system feel? Do we feel happy? Do we feel calm and relaxed? Oh, it's so nice in the water. Well, just by the water touching our skin, that triggers our nervous system response too, because we have nerves and nerve endings on our skin, and that can dictate how we feel. And that can also dictate the responses that happen in our body. So when we're relaxed, we can breathe nice and calm. And even though we were going through the forest, and sometimes that can be scary, when we go back to our breath and we focus on breathing nice and slowly in through our nose and nice and slowly out of our nose, we can calm our breath. And even when we heard the noise of the bunny and it startled us, because we're able to breathe calmly, we can make wise decisions. And we saw that the bunny wasn't danger. The bunny was our friend. And it led us to a really nice lake where we got to enjoy a swim. So this shows us that regardless of wherever we are, whether we're in a forest or we're in a lake, when we focus on our breath and we calm it, even though sometimes we might be startled, that we can go back to our breath and calm that down. We can calm our nervous system down, and then we can make wiser decisions. I hope that was a nice adventure for you, Miss Hod, children. It's always so nice to go on a nice, safe adventure together, as long as we can always go back to our breath and see that we can control our nervous system if we can control our breath.
Well, thank you so much for guiding us on that adventure. I really did a lot of visualizing while you were guiding us in our minds. When my eyes were closed, I really saw and felt that bunny. I visualized walking into the forest and seeing the lake and touching the water, and maybe you did too. Some of you have very interesting visualizations, and you've even described walking in nature, being in a forest, feeling your body in space, or feeling all alone. You know, when we're breathing and meditating, it's really like practice and training for our nervous system. We're strengthening our mindset, which is our brain and the way that we think and the habits that we make, the decisions that we make, the way that we communicate. We can all strengthen that through our breathing and our meditation and our nervous system. So I would love to know today in your response, the question is, what did you notice in your nervous system while you were breathing? That could include maybe you notice your heart rate changing, which is something that you often described. Maybe you also even noticed the way you were breathing changed when you felt different things during your visualization. I love hearing about your visualizations and your noticings, and I can't wait to hear you share. Thanks for watching, and thanks for visiting Breathing Spirit Guide. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.